Anime Guardians. The player count on this game has to be a crime. There's less than 1,000 active players at the time we're recording this video, and this game is actually pretty good. So we're gonna hop in, get our first mythic unit, try and roll for the best trait, and we're gonna see if we can get that unit evolved and get a showcase in for you guys, and just try and figure out why it doesn't have so many players. Without further ado, let's hop straight in. Jumping into it, the game actually looks really good on the inside too. I did go ahead and use the codes and do a couple summons to get just a random mythic, and I ended up getting Ichigo, Freerun, and Bulma, which I hope is a money unit. Let's see who's on banner now. Ooh, okay, we got Mihawk, Rudius, and Saber. I might have to come back for that Mihawk. One Piece is my favorite in the big three, so, which is followed up by Bleach. So obviously we're gonna come over here and roll on our Ichigo. Ichigo and Luffy are my two favorites in the big three. Naruto is good, but you know, I'm not gonna diss. I'm not gonna be one of those people who diss on any of the big three. But for me, it's One Piece, Bleach, Naruto. None of them are bad. They're all really good, but those two just went out. I like the names for these. These are all like unique. I hope we can get something that's good on our Ichigo. I don't even know what is good for him. I didn't take the time to read the traits beforehand. Ooh, Capricorn. What does that do? Plus 20% attack, minus 20% SBA, plus 5% range. I mean, it's the second best in the game, so hopefully it's good. Let's roll on our Freerun. Give me some. Ooh, prototype. Okay, that's minus 5 SPA, plus 20% range, plus 10% attack. So not bad. I don't know if that's good for her. I don't know what she does yet. But two mythic traits, and it didn't even take me that many rerolls. Those were rerolls I just got off the codes. Let's see, maybe I can get something. I don't. Well, actually, I still don't know if she's a money unit yet. So I'll wait. I'll hold off before I roll on Bulma. What is this? Easter Rush? Nah, not ready for that. Huh? Does he have two? Or is this like in order? He goes, no, because Vasto. Pretty sure Vasto. I haven't read Bleach and I haven't finished watching it, but I'm pretty sure this Vasto Lord is a lower transformation than his true Bankai. I think I watched everything before the 1,000-Year Blood War, so I know this comes after, but I just don't know if he gets like a stronger form of it or not. How do I hop into a game? Play. Story? Story is from Portals? That's unique. I think this is... Alright, let's do it. Okay, so we have normal and fast wave. Fast wave, they'll come out faster. We'll get 20% more XP for units and players, but the enemies will be 20% stronger. And then normal, they just come out normally. I mean, fast shouldn't be too difficult, but I'm gonna go normal since I don't know what I'm doing yet. Where did they come from? Oh, this side? Alright. Okay, so Bulma is a money unit, which is good, because if I didn't have one, I do not know if this would be beatable. Probably, because I have mythics, but... Okay, she is one placement, like she usually is in most of these games. So, nothing too out of the ordinary. Everything seems good so far. The map looks good, it's not like bad quality, the models aren't really bad. Is auto skip a thing? Oh, it is. Alright, good. Turn that on real quick. Alright, let's get our Ichigo down. See his attack effects. Okay, the effects aren't too bad. Oh, they have passives. When attacking, increase your own damage by 1% up to 20%. That's pretty cool. Let me see Freerun too. Let's get her out. Like, it's not letting me place her. Is she like an air unit? Oh. She is. What's her passive? When attacking an enemy, there's a 20% chance to deal double damage. Ooh. That sounds pretty good. I don't know if she's even hitting this path, though. Probably not. I haven't seen her attack a single time. Alright, now she's definitely attacking. Okay, let's go ahead and max out our Ichigo. To be honest, for upgrade 3, he's not doing too bad damage. Neither is Free Run, really. They're both doing around the same damage. And the units don't really have a lot of HP, which I'm happy about, because some games, they start off... I mean, none of them really start off crazy, but some start off extra. Very extra with the HP for no reason. To where, like, you have to use legendary and mythic units. But I feel like this is easily beatable with, like, commons or rares. So, it's not too bad. Especially the boss, only 2k HP. And Ichigo's doing half of that almost with one attack. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up story. And I'll meet you guys back when I'm done with that. Alright, so I may or may not have made a huge mistake. I went through and finished all the story modes except for the last one, and then I needed to do challenge for the Evo materials. So I just clicked challenge to see if I can do it, and it's like, to do challenge, you need to complete story mode 1, Nightmare. So I'm like, oh, dang, do I have to do that for all of them? So I go back and I complete story mode 1, Nightmare. So I'm like, can I do challenge now? And it's like, you need to complete story mode 2, Nightmare. So I do that, and by the time I'm finishing them Nightmare, it's already the next challenge. So then after 2, it's 4, Nightmare. So I just finished that one. And all I'm gonna say is, for your own peace of mind, if y'all wanna go ahead and hurry up the process, just do it Nightmare from the beginning. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm finally ready to Evo Ichigo. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest, Tiny Task saved my life. I found a challenge that I was able to do that had all the stones I needed, which were these, like the red, purple, blue, and green ones. And I just kept retrying it. I think I was still doing it even after it ended, but I think I should have enough to craft this. Yeah, we're good. Craft. Evo our first mythic. Alright, let's Evo him. Ichigo True Bankai. Let's go. First mythic evolve. You'll love to see it. Now we just gotta test him and make sure it was actually even worth. I saw a tier list. I don't know how outdated it was, but he wasn't too high up on it, but he wasn't too low. He was like S tier, but not meta. I don't know if there was a S plus tier. I don't remember, but he shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so the final thing to do in the video is to showcase Ichigo True Bankai in all his glory. The model looks nice. I don't have any complaints about it anyway. I also ended up getting Law and Saber, but those two, if I evolve them, will be in a different video. Trying to showcase Ichigo, I was trying to find somewhere to showcase him because I didn't see Infinite in the regular thing, but I came over next to Summon on the right side, and there's Tower Adventures, which I assume is like this game's Infinity Castle. And I accepted a quest from Yuta, and what he wants me to do is to do Village, the first map, on Nightmare in Infinite mode until wave 40. So I'm gonna do that. So I thought, why not, you know, bring Ichigo and showcase him there. And that also answered my question of where Infinite was, because I saw it and I just skipped over it every single time. Okay, so we got our Ichigo. He's doing 20% less than he would have been if I kept the other trait, but he's still doing more than he was before I evoed him. Before I evoed him at this same level, he was doing around 800 max upgrade. Or no, I'm lying. He was doing like 3,000 max upgrades. I was thinking of his placement damage, because he was doing 800 in the beginning. His first attack is a cone AoE. And the effect is like he does a crescent slash. Not bad, not bad. Not the craziest animation, but it's not horrible. Let me just max out Bulma. Alright, now we can upgrade him. The damage scaling is actually not too bad for what I thought it would be. It's actually a lot more than I thought it would be. I knew he was gonna be good, but I don't really know like the highest damages in this game, if that makes sense. Oh, does he have a new? He does. So, True Bankai. Attack bosses 100% more powerful. I think what that's supposed to say is attacks on bosses are 100% more powerful. So they do 100. So he's a boss killer, basically. He does 100% more damage to bosses, which is pretty cool. So, for his next attack, his AoE stays the same. He just gets a multi-hit and a new animation, which isn't bad. You still cone. His range just goes up a little bit. Not bad overall. His damage, I don't know if that's good or bad in the grand scheme of things. I do want to get Exodia on him for that 300% attack boost, just because he's my first mythic, so I want him to be somewhat viable throughout the rest of the updates. He's 3 placement. I also don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know what the higher or lower placements are, but Exodia I think will make him 1 placement anyway. Alright, so now for a beginner's guide, using what I've learned since I started playing. First thing you're going to want to do is use all the codes. I'll have them linked down in the description, all the ones that are working as of me posting this video. You're going to want to summon, get a good character. I would recommend Freerin because she's multi-hit on placement, and you're going to need her for the next thing. So once you have Freerin or any multi-hit mythical, you're going to want to play story. We're going to want to play story on Nightmare, just so you don't have to replay story when you go to do challenge portals, when you're trying to evo your units. To the right of summon, you're going to want to come over here, and there's going to be Utah. This is Tower Adventures. This is basically Infinity Castle for this game. He's going to give you a quest, which will be to get level 40 infinite nightmare mode for the first world. Directly from where you spawn, before summon, on your left, there's crafting. This is where you're going to take your materials for your Evo items to Guts. You're going to be able to craft whatever you need for the unit. So let's use Ichigo for example. I got all I needed for his thing, and then I crafted it. Then once you have the Evo item, take it over to Mob. This is also where you find out what items you need. So you take it to Mob. You want to click on the Evoed version to see what you need. So for Law, I need his Law Blade. So now we'll go over to Guts. What do I need for Law's Blade? Do I have what I need? I'm missing 1 green, so then I will go get that 1 green. And I'll bring it over to Mob. Actually, I think we can do that right now. Which also will lead me to another thing. This, right here, Alucard. He's right in front of where you spawn. Daily Shop. He'll have a bunch of the Evo stones. He'll have stat rerolls and XP food in here. A few rerolls and the full stat rerolls. So you can get all that from him. Over here is the Ice Gacha, which is the event where you get Rukia from, I'm pretty sure. And then over there is the other event, the one that has Megumin. This is the event shop for that. You get that currency by playing raids or infinite. So if we come here and I go to raid portal, I can get it from the central command raid. I can get 7,000, or I can go and I can take story portal. I can go to nightmare, infinite, and I can get them from here as well. The lab right here, it's opposite side of crafting. Bring legendaries here. They have a 40% chance to give you a reroll. Mythicals will give you 5 rerolls. So rerolls are decently farmable. You come over to summon, and on the left you have your trait reroll spot, and on the right you have your stat rerolls. It's the same as any other game. You just throw your unit in there, reroll whichever stat you want to reroll. I'll reroll this one. That was a terrible roll. I regret doing that. And trait rerolls, come over here, throw your unit in there, reroll traits. I don't know what artifacts are yet. I'll figure that out for the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. Comment what else you guys want to see on this game or any other games, and I'll see you all in the next one.